Vegan and carnivore diets are not opposites, they're opposames. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today. All right, this is again one of those topics where it's something I've noticed on social media because I deal with this a lot. And what I'm going to say is both of these groups are both equally militant. They have the exact same dietary ideology, just that one of them they've just reversed plant and animal foods. And I've actually had people say, oh, no, the carnivore is militant. They don't attack you for eating plants, but they do. They do, because I have literally had carnivore people argue with me for that. I've had carnivore people make videos and tag my stuff in it because I promote eating vegetables. And I think eating butter is bad for you, right? I think eating butter is junk food. And I think that we need plants and fiber in our diet and antioxidants from it for optimal health. They literally will come at you and say that you don't know anything about science, even though 99.99% of all researchers, dietitians, doctors all agree with those points. They come at you and attack you, just like the vegans do. It's just that a lot of the vegans are coming from it from an animal ethical perspective, but keeping in mind a lot of the carnivores feel that theirs is more ethical towards animals because they're like, well, we eat grass-fed beef or whatever. Okay, so understand they're making similar arguments, okay? And the problem is both of them get a few things right. Like they both realize there are really refined foods that are problematic, okay? And it should be common sense, right? The carnivores absolutely recognize from the plant-based side, coming from plants, refined sugars are horrific for you. Refined oils are somewhat bad. I wouldn't describe them as horrific, but they're definitely not good. Okay, and I think that's a fair way to put it. I don't advocate people stand around eating that stuff. I don't think it's a good idea for you to fry your food in these refined oils and stuff. I tell people to eat whole foods, right? Those aren't whole foods. Those are heavily refined. You know, they get all that, right? They understand, well, these are problems. Even to a certain point, excessive refined grains could be problematic in too large of amounts. Like they're getting those things. And that's all true, especially the refined sugar being the biggest one. And I think the data for that is pretty overwhelming. Refined sugars, specifically because of the refined fructose content, so we need to be specific. Table sugar is 50% fructose. Honey is like 50% refined fructose, really. It's refined by the bees. Not just high fructose corn syrup, which is like whatever, 55%. So again, 50% versus 55, it's almost tit for tat. They're both pretty bad, right? And I think when you look at the data, this is an objective position. I think we can all agree with that. A lot of vegans don't agree. They're like, oh no, it's not that bad. It's from a plant. Okay, but then these people blame plants for everything else. All these things, nightshades, anti-nutrients, and even to the point where they'll attack fiber, right? Then they get really crazy. It's like they blame all plants and grains and fibers and anti-nutrients for all these health problems, and they don't think that any animal products contribute. They believe that all animal products are healthy, including bacon, oftentimes including butter, the stuff that's really junk, right? Because if it was just steak and eggs, I think we could say that's pretty good. Okay, right? Again, objectively, if you really take the science objectively and look at body composition, lifting, and everything, steak and eggs based diet can be actually quite good for big chunks of your diet. You need some other things, obviously. But I don't think that they're that big of a deal. When you look at the data objectively in the context of fiber, vegetables, make sure you're getting some omega-3s, your antioxidant status is as high, it actually offsets really what appears to be any risks that come from those foods. And then you get all the health benefits, right? And those benefits can be pretty solid. So again, if they just stuck there, we'd be good. Then the vegans, they flip around. It's the literally opposite. All plants are good. Even table sugar oftentimes isn't that bad. And they blame animal products for everything. And again, if they stuck to, you know what, butter's pretty bad, yeah, it's definitely up there. The data supports that. Refined red meats are really a problem, like the bacons, the sausages, right? All that stuff. Okay? They're actually pretty bad, yeah. They're huge contributors to our health problems, especially with the refined sugar. But Then they start flipping it to other dairy. Well, that's not supported by the research, guys. Sorry, the data is pretty clear on that. Dairy isn't really the issue. Definitely not milks, yogurts, or even to any great extent cheeses. Butter, sure. Maybe heavy cream, sure. But you take those out and we go back to the more whole foods type dairies that have all the protein, calcium, magnesium. Not really a problem. Again, if you're objective with the data. If you're objective with it. Okay? Leaner meats, no problem at all. Other than maybe mercury content of some fish. And again, red meats outside of that, when they're not refined in the context of when the other foods are present, the risks seem to be mitigated. Not saying they can't potentially be bad with imbalance, but when the rest of the diet is on point, antioxidants, fiber, all those things are present, guess what? They don't really impact blood work negatively from what I'm seeing. But then they blame all animal products, and it's all animal products are to blame and never plants. You know, and it can't be this. So they will literally try to claim that milk is worse and horrific. It is, you know, dairy products there, but table sugar isn't that bad. Well, it is. In fact, even your coconut oil does worse. Way worse in studies on atherosclerosis and lipids than milk does. Okay? Context. But it's refined garbage. It comes back over to the refined garbages, all these refined oils, refined sugars. Okay, then we come over to the animal side. Well, the refined fat. Honey, technically, a refined sugar. Refined red meats. Again, sorry guys, and I know bacon's delicious. They want to argue about their bacon. Look, we all get it. Bacon tastes delicious. I love the taste of bacon. It's absolutely amazing. It's horrifically bad for you. Okay? And we have to understand that. You know what? Pizzas taste amazing. Ice cream tastes amazing. It's not good for you. Bacon's in that same category, in my opinion, based upon the data, what we see on it, cancer risk, atherosclerosis. Okay? But they're both in complete denial. They literally always, it's either all plant stuff good, all animal bad, or flip-flop it. It's the same ideology, just in reverse. They're Opposames. They're both militant. They're both dogmatic, is oftentimes a rule. Okay, without realizing the reality is they're both extremes. Neither one of them are going to be balanced. Neither one of them are going to be healthy. Both of them leave really critical things out of your diet that are beneficial. And even more beneficial for those of us who are pursuing serious strength, body composition, athletic fitness endeavors. Oh yeah, we really do thrive on a whole food omnivore diet as a species. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.